ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. King. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. King. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. King. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this 3rd quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Jets' 3-yard line.
Goff throwing again. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown. Afternoon. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jack Campbell with a pick. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead. It just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jets.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Super clean, but it's super mean. She wanna ride with them cats.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. That pass caught, it's Williams. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That's another Detroit Lions.
Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19.
25 yards on the play. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. And he's got it. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st down and goal to go.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Goff. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Here's Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
A gain of 7 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete.
He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Quick toss by Goff is complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
Goff now looks to throw.
At the Jets 3-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Adonai Mitchell.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Jets 17.